Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nobody Reads. I am Unica Monet, and this is
Ezekiel or Zeke.
and we're going over How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemison. So, this book is pretty much like a collection of short stories. They're urban sci-fi stories that we just started reading. We just read the first story. We decided together that instead of reading like a handful of stories, what we were going to do was we were just going to read one story and just do this every Monday. Today we ended up doing on Tuesday for different reasons, but it is what it is. So, N.K. Jemison, she's a black female black American author, and she is actually she was a psychology counselor. She's also my birthday twin, 9/19, so that's fun. And she's a fiction author. She writes on a lot of stories about oppression and racism and things like that, and she writes about it in a really, I don't know, like satirical kind of way, but also in a sci-fi kind of way. And some of them are even like thriller stories, which is pretty cool. So that's her in a nutshell, because as we learned at Metunetter, in order to learn about the creation, you have to learn about the creator. And what did you find out about N.K. Jemison?
She's won several awards for her, maybe not discovery, but death in genres. Like she stated, like the few that my mom stated. And some of them are also the Locus Award. I think you said the Nebula Award.
And the Hugo Award. And I think that's it. Well, no, it's not that. That's not it. That's just what I know off the top of my head. So she won a lot of awards for her books. She wrote a handful of books, and she's still writing. Actually, she had a podcast tonight. She actually is doing an interview tonight. If you guys follow her on Twitter, I saw that she was tweeting that she's doing something tonight. So, definitely head over to her Twitter page and show her some love and support.
That's actually convenient,
right? So, addressing the first story. The first story is called "The Ones Who Stay and Fight." And this is pretty much written in like a narrator form. Narrative. Yeah, you're right. Narrative form, and it's someone talking about an area called Hala. And Hala is like, it is a parallel world. It's a parallel universe, if you will. And in Hala, the people of Hala look like us and act like us and are just as diverse as we are. However,
they kind of don't tolerate diversity. It's not really there.
Yeah,
in their world.
Their tolerance for things that we tolerate a lot is way different. Like, they don't have descriptive words. They don't have words that create some type of like division among people.
Like adjectives, they don't have any.
Yeah, adjectives and demographics and tribes and things like that. They don't have that in their universe. So there's a certain mentality that's created there from never learning those words. And what we do know about words is words invoke emotion. So with there not being certain words in existence, there's also some emotions that are not in existence either. So that brought a really like cool point of view to someone not knowing what adjectives are. So this person is describing like Hala as if it's like this place that's like our universe but way better. And they go on to talk about the social workers. You want to talk about the social workers?
The social workers are basically bald. Like even a lot of them are bald. I don't think any one of them are. And they even talk about this one tall woman that's like very dark skinned. And you also made a Doctor Who reference for that. There was a lady in Doctor Who that was somewhat of a monk. And also in some other movies.
Like Doctor Strange. That's what I thought of. I thought of Doctor Strange. But yeah, so they have these social workers, And the social workers, hola, the social workers are the ones that are like they're like the peacekeepers. They're like the police officers of Hala, and their version of like chastising or discipline is to kill people. Like you're out of line. It doesn't matter what you did because they don't have adjectives.
So even their intention is just not even tolerated.
Yeah, even intention. So if you stole, you stole. Doesn't matter why you stole. So with this mindset being said, that means that there's no judge, no jury, no due diligence, justice, or whatever justice system. There's none of that because the solution to every
it's like a
infraction is death.
It's basically a quick punishment, and almost every social worker is able to do that. They kind of stand out in the crowd, to be honest.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like the tallest, and they're the only ones that's like bald and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of like a bunch of tall ass avatars walking around.
I don't want that.
So that's their solution to everything, and they only walk around with a pike, and in the pike, how they kill you is crazy. So there's this guy, right? He goes on to talk about how there's this guy who actually made a device to be able to communicate with our world, because this person goes on to talk about how great Hala is, and how the people of Hala don't have any fear or whatever because they don't know any descriptive words, and how the people of Hala have this ability to travel to other universes, but for some reason the only universe they can travel to is ours, and why would they want to come here, and blah 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 blah. And then there is this one guy who actually does come here, and he is intrigued and fascinated, and he kind of develops this underground anonymous kind of community around him, and they're making art and creating pamphlets and handing them out and informing the people of the way our universe is and what we do and how we have a justice system, and we have description words, and we have people fighting for humanity. We have they're making it seem like it's all these beautiful things happening, and then some people are really looking in horror, like how could you hurt someone like this, hurt someone like that, blah blah blah. And that's when they were talking about how one becomes selfish. But before I get into that, is what part of the book stood out to you the most? Like what part of the story did you like the most?
I actually liked about the portals and how we kept on praising our world, because I actually found it interesting that someone was interested in our world instead of the original narrator talking about his own.
What part of our...
And it was kind of like a comic relief, since at that point it was like a switch, since before he came along and told us about our universe and how fantastic it was. It kind of took a dark turn with the first narrator, where we start seeing little holes in their utopia. Especially since later on they don't like the world. They don't like the word utopia being as their world.
Right. And what was the first hole you noticed?
The fact that their whole world is like kind of sci-fi. Like the buildings they live in, they all float too. I wonder if the actual city floats, because, to be honest, every single time they look out of the worlds and out of the rim, they explain how it's like a desolate waste.
Right. You know what I thought of? Somebody downstairs burning food.
Oh my gosh.
I thought of Adventure Time, because if you look at Adventure Time in the theme song, the scenery is like
distant lands.
Yeah, it's ruins and things like that, and there's missiles in there, and in the book they talk about the missiles. Oh, thank you, this is my room. They talk about the missiles and everything, and so that's what I thought of. I thought this was like the city in the middle of a missile ruins or whatever, and
like an after war,
like a dystopia, if you will. And so that was interesting, because it was just like, because if that's supposed to be a parallel universe, and the way that the narrator was talking was, they speak a language we used to speak they're doing things that we used to do. So
Which
it's like,
once I heard that, I thought it was like they're going based on instinct.
yeah, like
Almost.
they're back to the primitive of what we did the first time we blew ourselves up. So it's kind of like they're living like the cycle that we already lived, kind of. It The way the person describes this place is just, I really love her style of writing and the way she wrote this, because the way this man is talking about our universe is the way she's talking to us about their universe, Hala. And so the social workers find out about the guy teaching about our universe, and so they stab him. They stab him twice with a pike. A pike is the only weapon they walk around with. They stab him once in the spine to take away the pain, and then they stab him another time in the heart for a quick death. So that's how everybody dies, no matter what you did. You could have stole, you could have lied, you could be passing out pamphlets telling people about the solar system. That's how you're gonna die, and that's how this man died in front of his daughter. So,
And then they talk about how selfish the daughter is.
mm-hmm.
Say, because then she kind of starts going into grief and starts saying that I'll end you. You aren't as great or as important as my father was to me.
Mm-hmm. And that brings me to the quote that I told you guys, because that was the part of the book that actually stood out to me. Because I don't, it's funny, it's cool when somebody like points out to you like the stuff that we don't think twice about, that we do, like
About like grief.
right. So on page 9, I'm going to read like a little excerpt. It says, even here, where only things that cause harm to others are called evil, the information gleaners know that they do no wrong. Oh, the information gleaners know that what they do is wrong. They know this is what destroyed old cities, and indeed, they are horrified at what they hear through the speakers and see on the screens. They're talking about the stuff they were able to see from our universe. They begin to perceive that ours is a world where the notion that some people are less important than others has been allowed to take root and grow until it buckles and cracks the foundations of our humanity. So the girl watches her dad die, and she's angry, and the social workers in the end want her to understand that they killed her dad for the greater good of everyone. And they notice that the girl's response to her dad dying is essentially selfish, because she felt like her dad's life was worth more than the upkeep of this entire community, and the upkeep of this entire community is keeping them away from our universe, so they don't get polluted with that mind that my child is more important, my family is more important, my job, my money, my this, my business, my social media page, my clothes, my whatever I have going on is better than the next person, and the last person is better than you. What you got, like, that's the mindset that we have. And we don't think too much about it, but we are like that. You could be driving in the car, you don't know what the fuck going on in the other car, but they clipped you off. They interrupted what you had going on, and that's all you think about. Like, they cut me off, or just little things like that. Like, we are very selfish. That is a really selfish way of thinking, and to think that you could wrap your mind around not thinking like that. Like, we justify thinking that way so much. Like, you have to care about your kids more. You have to care about these people more. Like, how could you put this person over this person? That makes no sense. And then, I see on Facebook how they have the thing like, who would you feed first, your children or your husband? Why? And I say I would feed myself, and everybody else make their own plate. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I cooked. and like, it's crazy. Like, when you don't have adjectives or demographics or titles or things that separate people from a hierarchy level, every label that we put on everything divides everything on a hierarchy level, and we don't even think about it. And it just I can't wrap my mind around not thinking like that.
I think we're just born to learn about it.
Yeah, we're born to learn about it, basically.
To learn about it.
Like, when we grow up, those are the first words we learn, though. The adjective words. Like, Miles is in kindergarten now, and the words that he's learning how to read and write, they're big, small, tall, skinny, round. All he's learning is that's all he's learning right now is divisive words. Like
imagine you didn't know, and then then learning about it, and then you actually look back on your city, and then you see that you actually have like different people.
Mm-hmm.
Even just knowing the fact that one cell is at least different could change a person's mind in this world.
Right. But that's the thing. They don't think like that. They don't think that things are different. Everybody is the same. Everything is the same. All crimes are the same. There's no, but then you have these information gleaners is what they're called. They're coming in and they're explaining things. And so that brings me to my question. And I want to ask y'all too. And please feel free to respond in the comments because I see you guys' comments. In the book, the social workers are the people that walk around with the pikes and they're establishing law and they're killing people no matter what the infraction is, and they're trying to keep that order of everyone just being the same and there being peace at all times. And then you have the information gleaners, and those are the ones that found out about our universe, and they see the injustice in how we treat each other, and that's causing them to utilize the words that we utilize. And so they're starting to differentiate themselves from each other now because they're watching us and how we're differentiating ourselves. So my question to you, myself, and you guys out there, who would you be if you were in Halal? Would you be a social worker or would you be the information gleaner? You first.
The information gleaner.
Why?
I think it's better to know something is there than to not experience it or not even know it at all. At the very least, know that it's out there and that you can explore it and take it in. Because if not, then aren't they basically kind of done with life if you think about it? Like if they haven't experienced this one thing, then a lot of other things cancel out. Think about adjectives.
Thinking.
Now think about all the connections adjectives have. Like what, per se, emotions would you have for adjectives that go in the line with adjectives?
Oh, so you wouldn't have words for the things that you feel? That's what you're getting at?
Yeah. Or you wouldn't feel that certain thing because you don't know what it actually is. And no one else knows it too.
So you enjoy feeling your feelings?
Yeah.
I do not.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, of course. There are some feelings in the world that you just don't want to feel.
I don't like feeling none of my feelings.
Why not?
I don't know. I get embarrassed easily. I get embarrassed easily when I'm too happy. I don't know. I feel a little bit of like that embarrassment, you know, when your cheeks get hot and stuff like that. I feel like that
my ears.
Embarrassment fluster across me when I feel my feelings, and especially when I feel my feelings in front of other people. I hate doing that.
Or tell my other feelings. It's usually my ears though. Like they get hot. They get hot and red.
It's like right here. It just gets so red. And then I look like I'm about to start crying. My eyes get watery. Like, oh my God, I'm feeling my feelings. So I personally think that I wouldn't be a social worker or an information gleaner. I think I would be like a neutral person.
But you said that I couldn't do that before we made this video.
Well,
so you have to choose.
I'm making you choose. I'm not choosing. I wouldn't be a social worker because I'm not killing nobody. I'm not stabbing nobody in the spine or the heart.
I mean, it's painless.
Yeah, it's painless. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
And because I'm going to go to hell. Killing, if it's a law you can't kill people, I feel like morally I'm going to die because I'm killing people. I'm just justifying it because I'm a social worker. I'm not doing that.
Well,
and then I also wouldn't be an information.
So you wouldn't be an information because you would be
on
the other end.
I don't like the shit we do over here. I wouldn't take away our words, but I hate what we do with them because I hate feeling my feelings, and I am highly capable of exchanging words and not feeling my feelings during those words until somebody until that person is feeling their feelings and then they try to trigger me. That's different. But
that is different.
I don't initially. I'm just really good at like detaching myself and talking shit simultaneously. And I don't like what we do with things here. I don't like the way we do things here. If I could live in a utopia where shit was straight, I would never get in trouble. I don't do nothing crazy. I mean,
it's just that people pull you into things.
Yeah, if your goal is to just have peace and everybody be chilling and equal and shit.
But then you got that one friend that's like arrogant.
I'm chilling. Everybody's at peace. Nobody paying bills and shit. We chilling.
But then when you got that one arrogant friend or that carefree friend that you gotta take care of.
Right. Unless like they're out here building 5G towers while we chilling, then that's different.
They have
Our cousin, can you get that door? I knew Miles was going to try. Our cousin Bridget said, I couldn't be the social worker because they lack life as they are feared for being grim reapers. See, I got that same vibe too. I got like some weird like avatar thing. And no, I don't like feeling my feelings either. My eyes do with her. Mine do too. See, look, we related. For real, for real.
Come on, man.
What are you doing?
The video. So,
We're still doing the video.
yeah, I would be neither. And then my last closing question, coming to a close, would you choose this universe that we live in now, or would you choose Halal?
No.
Which one are you choosing, this universe or Halal?
This universe or Humalot. That's why I'm sorry. Like, I don't want that. I don't want
You
those.
like it here?
I mean, I don't want those problems. But I am bored. Like, listen. Listen to me. If for like a good month until things cool down on this one, I would go there. To be honest with you, because I would be bored. I want to do something. I want to go outside without being like, you got the disease, child. Please go inside. No, you must not come out here. This is not safe.
But if Halal had the COVID rules right now with the mandated masks, and
I mean, listen, I could still
and the curfew, I'd be dead because I haven't been following any of that.
I mean, that would be worse because then you would just get piked. Like you would go over curfew and then you would just get piked for not.
Right. It's 8:01. You outside. Spine heart. That's how I feel. I feel like they narrated like that too. Spine heart. Crime neutralized. That's exactly how it goes. I think I would stay here only because I don't like the unknown. I like knowing what I'm getting myself into. And while Halal likes peace, I don't know how far they're going to keep peace. Like, I don't know the law there. Some of the laws might be a little bit I might break that one.
I mean we have some weird laws like in Virginia. If you went there and you're over 13 or you are 13.
He's about to talk about trick or treating. Go ahead.
Listen.
Yes, he's still mad he couldn't go trick or treating last year in Virginia.
No, I could because I was 12.
Oh yeah.
I was 12
this year,
then. I was 12 then.
This year, if we were still in Virginia,
But I was about to.
he wouldn't be allowed to trick or treat.
I was about to be 13.
We probably won't be allowed to trick or treat this year anyway. Nobody's will probably be allowed to trick or treat ever again. I mean, people have gotten so mentally weird because they've been taught new words. See, look at that. We've been taught new fucking words and new concepts. And it's really training the way we think and the way we talk to each other. I don't know how your reality is going right now, but people are on my nerves. I don't go outside. I'm not going outside because I'm scared of the virus. I don't go outside because I don't want nobody to get on my nerves. Like, I don't want nobody to get on my nerves.
Just imagine going to the park and then someone comments at you just going down the side. Just be like,
people outside with masks on,
young man?
Like outside in regular air. It's so weird. And people are just being weird around each other. People think this is a green light to be more rude to each other and not speak. People are just like, oh my god, ugh, I hate it here. It's zombies everywhere. This is the zombie apocalypse for real, my G's. I'm sorry, y'all. We in there.
And when was the idea that we should just stock up on toilet paper? I can't
At least
use
we know
the
everybody's
bathroom.
asshole is clean. That's a plus.
Also,
At least we know you guys are out there wiping your asses.
Well, at least that's the thing. Now we know that everybody's clean. Or I hope you are using your toilet paper.
And some of you guys out there who got to the store too late, some of y'all are not wiping your ass.
And some of you guys don't got the toilet paper.
Woo, Lord. All right. So let's bring this to a close. So we're not moving to Halal.
That's for sure. And we're not...
I'm still trying to go to Africa, though. Let's not forget, because we stuck in the house on quarantine, that it's not
now
the year to
watch
return.
as we land to Africa. We
about to return. We about to return. Y'all, we got to get the fuck out.
Listen. If we go there, and just for some odd coincidence, we actually face the dangers that are there, like the locust and all that stuff over there.
Oh, the locust? I got a shout out to my homie
Do you know how
out in
big they
Nigeria fighting the locusts on the farm. Stay up, my G. Yeah, that's annoying. That's like, what is it called? Cicadas? I hate them things too. Mm-mm-mm. I don't like bugs nowhere, but I'd rather
They
deal
aren't
with
even
that.
bad as locusts. Locusts are like this big, or at least this.
I never seen a locust.
They're
in
like
real
twice
life.
as big as a cricket.
I'll take locusts over COVID.
Maybe
Do
not.
locusts bite? Do they be like eating people and stuff?
I think they at least nibble.
I thought they just eat crops.
No, they attack you, and they come in swarms too, and they can like
I
somewhat
seen
fly
swarms.
too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna Google locusts today because I realized I don't know shit about locusts. So we're gonna look that up before we
And now watch.
start marketing the gear of the return after this quarantine. I need y'all to go home. We gotta get out. Jordan Peele said, "Get out, us." That's what he said.
Okay.
With that being said, this is in conclusion to our first story of How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemison. Head over to her Twitter page because she's doing some things right now. She has an interview, a podcast, and I think she's still writing. I don't know. I was on her Twitter earlier today being nosy. And because we got the same birthday and I just wanted to know how her mind worked on her Twitter page.
And we are very sorry that we couldn't do this earlier like we were supposed to, but we
Right.
came up with a new schedule.
Yeah.
So every new Monday, we're going to do at least one story from this book.
Only the Mondays that never happened before.
Yeah. So it's not
I'm
like
sorry.
tomorrow.
It's almost time for me to go to bed. So tomorrow,
Go to bed?
next Monday, we're going to go over page 14. We're going to start
What do
page
you
14.
mean go to bed?
I was making a joke.
Mom,
Hold on a second, Miles.
I think I left this pot up there.
Okay, go get it.
You can get your
But it's all dark up there, Mom.
Well, I'll come up.
There's like 20 people in the house.
There's actually like 20 people in this house.
There's no room empty right now.
There is no
The
room
city-
empty, and no one is coming in this house without getting beaten up by friends.
That is 2 rooms empty.
There is 2 rooms empty.
2 rooms empty. Nobody but the jump in the attic.
I'm sorry, y'all. So next Monday, we're going to go over The City Born Great, and that's on page 14. That'll be the next story that we read. And it's from page 14 to page 33, 34. So it's about 15 pages, a short story. The first story took me like 10 minutes to read. And so the second story should probably be the same because the first story is about 15 minutes long. So that's it for today. How long to Black Future Month? Yes, zombies everywhere, cuz I would try a new way only if I could return to the normal. Yeah, if I could bounce back and forth, I'd be with it. I'd be with it if I could bounce back and forth. Thank y'all for it's cool when y'all interact with us. I like that. Keep the questions going. Feel free to inbox me questions or different book ideas or whatever. We're gonna be on this book for a minute though. This book is like 300 something pages long.
600.
600 lies.
I wanted to see your face.
It don't even look like 600 pages. It is 400 pages.
That's only for acknowledgments, though. That's
400 pages. It's exactly 400 pages. 4 is my favorite number. I feel like I like her. I'm gonna stalk her Twitter page when I get off of here.
No, why just there's no 7?
No 7s. No, 4 is my lucky number. That's the number of stability.
7.
I strive
my
for
lucky
stability
number.
in my earth sign.
7, my lucky number.
All right,
the
y'all.
Number I was
This was
born
only
on.
30 minutes. That's not bad. We could do that every Monday. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's try it.
Let's do it. See y'all.
See you guys. Please go on my YouTube channel, Geekazoid25.
Oh yeah, and RSVP because we're doing Nobody's Bingo. You're gonna play bingo with us, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna play bingo and we're gonna make.
And watch us. I dominate you.
He always talking trash, y'all. Kids be talking back too much. They just talk back too much. I don't know.
We're not.
After a certain age, they start looking at you eye to eye, and then they start talking back even more than what they was when they was little and it was cute. It's not.
But I'm not talking trash. It's facts.
Okay. So anyway, you can win fun stuff like see that stuff on the wall. I made the majority of that stuff except for like a couple of paintings up there. And organites and t-shirts and all that fun stuff. You can win all that fun stuff.
And
so
actually
make sure you RSVP to the bingo night on May 1st. You can catch that event on Facebook.
And we even have some of the Ross right here next to me, to be honest.
Oh yeah, trope. See, I have been making the gifts lately, so
We have lots.
I got some
of
stuff on the table that probably shouldn't be on the table.
We got some gold
So we're just gonna
products
stop
over
putting the
here.
camera on the table.
What are you talking about?
And I got an interview this Saturday. If you guys look on my Facebook page, I have the information. I have an interview Saturday morning, and that's going to be really exciting. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have. All right?
And we'll be
Yes, come visit us.
Yes.